many people we have in chat right now.
Yeah, good to go. So let's get going. Hello, everybody. Welcome to a brand new live stream of a ROM hack made by my buddy Zane, who is joining me for this stream. So big thank you to him for helping out and for making this game. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you, my dude.
Yes. So this is the second time I've done one of these. This is the second ROM hack made by Zane. Fire Emblem Darius the Conqueror. How long ago did you release this?
The final patch, I believe, went live in November of last year.
Okay, cool. So it's been like over a year and stuff. Oh, November of last year. Oh no, I was thinking like November of 2022. No. So it's only been a couple of months. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So we're back with a brand new Fire Emblem ROM hack. I'm going into this completely blind, but you know, last time we did this, we did Black Dragon. I really enjoyed that. It was a lot of fun, especially because Breeda was in it. She's my best girl in that thing. And now we're just going to continue. Obviously, Zane's going to talk us through the game. And if you're interested, you know, Zane, feel free to link people to your YouTube channel, or they can DM you for the... does your YouTube channel have a link to the ROM?
The videos on my YouTube channel, I have a series of videos that showcase the whole hack, and download links to the patch will be on those videos. Yes.
Yes, it is. Right. So let's get started with a new game. I'm going to play on normal mode because that's how I usually do it for Fire Emblem games.
And if any of you in chat have any questions to me regarding the production or any questions about the hack at all as you're watching it, feel free to ask me. I am more than happy to talk through what it was like working on this and, you know, and stuff like that.
Where are my fucking royalties for this?
Yeah. So this is one of the first things is that I use so this portrait of BlazingKnight
That's a good
is made by
Hello, Matt.
Fear or Fire Emblem Ear. Username is Fire Emblem Ear. And I use it all the bloody time in my ROM hacks, mostly just because I can. And I use it as like a case of, you know, developer messages. I have plans to make this ROM hack into its own game with its own IP. And as a result, and if I do that, the BlazingKnight character is probably going to take the role of Anna, just like that one character who pops up across different games and ends up being like a
reoccurring character. Good to know I'll exist in more than just the YouTube and Twitch format. Mm-hmm. Also, Group asked, what inspired you to make this game?
What inspired me to make this? I'd had this story for a while, and the main inspiration was Game of Thrones. So, way back in the day, while I was watching Game of Thrones, for some reason I got some wires crossed in my brain between... There's a character in the lore of the Game of Thrones, or A Song of Ice and Fire books, called Aegon the Conqueror, who he conquered... this kingdom and united it into a single country, and he did it while through the power of dragons that he had tamed. You know, he would ride on dragons and use them to fight his enemies. And for some reason, when I thought about that, some wires got crossed in my brain with the character of Ashnard, and I thought, okay, I have this idea for a story that would make an awesome video game where you play as essentially a less evil version of Ashnard, and you would, you know, is that you would find a dragon, raise it up, and then, you know, you would create your own little kingdom. And I kept holding on to that story for many years. And then I started getting into Fire Emblem ROM hacking in late 2020, and I started with Black Dragon, which was a different ROM hack that that Lewis played through on stream. I abandoned Black Dragon. I abandoned Black Dragon about a little into 2021 because I wasn't not 2021.
2022?
Yeah, it was 2022. I stopped working on Black Dragon because I was not happy with how the hack was turning out.
Mm-hmm.
It was suffering from a number of technical issues. Some of which I didn't figure out how to fix until I started working on this project, actually.
It happens. Yeah.
But yeah, I just got a bee in my bonnet about working on this project, and I can tell you exactly why it is, but we won't see the exact inspiration for it until a little bit into once Lewis starts playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just got the idea to start working on this instead, and I ended up working through on it to completion, more or less. I completed the main story, so yeah, this is a complete experience. You can play it through from start to finish, and the only thing that I really have left to do in this is write some extra support conversations and maybe try and fix a particularly annoying graphical glitch that happens every so often, but I have no idea how to deal with that graphical glitch, so at the moment it's kind of out of my hands.
Yeah, and unfortunately we can't get the N64 expansion pass to fix it. This is an unofficial game.
Yeah,
tragic.
Exactly.
But, so obviously this game is based off Sacred Stones and it tackles some of the darker stuff. This should be interesting because obviously, Fire Emblem only goes so far when it comes to dark subject material, but when you've got a fan project, you can kind of do what you want. And obviously Game of Thrones is known for, it's known for being a very well-written and dark story, though most people talk to the whole point of the whole incest and nudity. But obviously, you're going to focus on, I assume you'll focus on much other darker themes and stuff like that, because Game of Thrones also has a lot of death and betrayal in it.
Well, there are some themes of incest in this, I can tell you that much.
Fair enough.
We will not be getting to those right away. But yeah, the thing is that Black Dragon was a pretty dark story.
It was,
I'm a big fan of Game of Thrones. I'm a big fan of Berserk, and they are very much inspirations to me. And so and the same is true here. This story, it's a bit less dark in some ways than Black Dragon was, if only because the tone is maybe not as
dire.
The tone is maybe not as dire, because one of the things with Black Dragon is that it was a very depressing story. Like, I meant to have it be, it was very depressing, but it had, little rays of hope sprinkled here and there. This story is a bit more optimistic, shall we say, in its tone.
Would you say it's generally more like easygoing for the most part? It just has moments where it gets very dark.
It's hard to say. The one thing is that there's going to be language throughout.
Okay, but that's not a big deal.
Also, Matt, the talking about how Black Dragon was received, that's a whole story. I will go into it another time because I don't want to focus on it here.
Well, yeah, because we're starting with a brand new ROM hack. We want to get all the info about this one out. Oh, and also, what game is this? King of Omega Wolf? It's a ROM hack that my buddy Zane has made, Fire Emblem Darius the Conqueror. It's a Fire Emblem ROM hack, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Full of shite and hot hair as always.
Yeah.
Can we say that on the Game Boy?
Well, through the power of fan projects, you can say anything you bloody want.
Yeah. If I die in the next couple of days, the ninjas got me.
Yep.
Yeah. Also, the whole incest thing, this isn't just exclusive to Game of Thrones. A lot of medieval stories of that time period, especially like the higher ups, incest was a big thing because they were all into like preserving bloodlines and nobility. Heck, I remember in Three Houses, Constance brags about like how the Nouvelle bloodline and their crest was very pure, there might have been some incest going on with her in her household.
Yeah,
that's just the type of thing that they did.
And that's actually a bit of a plot point in this hack to some extent. But again, I will try to keep the spoilers to a minimum.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you want people to play it and all that stuff. Yeah.
Also, Greeper, I appreciate the compliment, but that portrait was not made by me. It was made by someone else. Yeah. Any graphics that you see were all made by someone else.
Yeah, there's a ton of... If you look at, like, Fire Emblem custom sprites for GBA, it's crazy. They've had sprites for, like, Ruby and stuff, and it looks amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because then again, Fire Emblem's GBA engine is still... Graphics engine is still kind of the preferred one. I could see Luna MFS. That's kind of the graphics engine most people default to, or the visual identity most people default to when it comes to Fire Emblem. It's either that or Awakening's art style. Most people default to that. And well done for beating Persona 3. Did you enjoy it? I hope you did.
Oh, really, Matt? I did not know that. I mean, obviously, game design is
hard, definitely
a thing. So it's a thing. Like, trust me, at having worked on this project for a little over a year, and keep in mind, like, I didn't have to do any programming. I didn't have to make any graphics. The only stuff I had to do was the story, the map design, and all of the other gameplay stuff, and the music as well, because I did make custom music for this.
Yeah.
But even all of that, that was difficult work. So like,
yeah. So imagine making a game. Yeah. So imagine making a game from scratch. Oh Jesus.
Yeah. Exactly. Which, I mean, it's something I'm gonna have to do if I want to make this into its own game, which I do.
Oh, again, I miss. Again, I always love going back to GBA Fire Emblem. There's a simplicity and charm to GBA Fire Emblem, which I really adore. To some people, it makes the games a little too basic and brain dead, which I get, but the simplicity can really work to its advantage. For one thing, it's very easy to ROM hack compared to other Fire Emblem games. Where have you seen the Genealogy ROM hack or Path of Radiance ROM hack? Exactly.
I mean, there are hacks that are coming out for the Super Nintendo games, but
but it's way more common with GBA. Way more common. Like, hell, the most like well-known Fire Emblem ROM hacks are Last Promise and Arabian Night.
Yeah. We haven't really been talking that much about the story, and part of it's because the story is, it doesn't take as long to get going as Black Dragon's story did, because I that's one thing about Black Dragon is that it was a bit more slow burn in terms of like
the way it was paced,
its plot. Yeah. This gets going a little bit earlier.
Yeah, well, it looks like Thingy's just trying to learn how to like bring out his magic powers.
Yeah. So we have Darius and his sister Julia. And this I should say that one of the things is that Black Dragon and this story, they're meant to be in like a shared universe kind of thing where they're set on essentially the same planet, but on two different continents.
Okay.
So a lot of the rules that Black Dragon had established in terms of its world building are the same here. So one of the things is that this was kind of a little idea on my part, is that Fire Emblem is pretty well known for characters having unnatural hair colors.
Yeah.
Which is a holdover from anime inspirations.
It allows them to stand out.
Yeah. But the thing is that for this universe I have, I decided to have it so that if a character has unnatural hair color, it's a sign that they can use magic. Okay, so it's a visual identifier. Because obviously everyone likes to point at Fire Emblem and go, blue hair color character, you must be the Lord.
Yeah. And Roy's like, but my hair's red.
And this is a case where I unironically had a blue-haired lord.
Yeah, but at least there's an in-game reason as to why he's got blue hair. It's like, oh, blue hair, potential magic. There you go, mage.
Yeah.
Because obviously, oh, hello. Interesting. Oh, you got some interesting sprites. The berserk, the like brigands. They got those skulls on their head.
Yeah, it's actually meant to be a GBA interpretation of the Awakening brigand sprites.
Yeah. Well, that's something that I've also seen. Like, they've done GBA versions of newer Fire Emblem character models. Like, there are tons of like I think they've done a full Path of Radiance just on the GBA.
Yep. And the thing is that when it came to graphics, I went with the philosophy of if I can change it, I will change it.
If I can't change it, fuck it.
Yeah. It's actually really easy, honestly. The thing about Fire Emblem ROM hacking is that it is so easy to do, especially compared to like certain other.
Oh, hey, so good to see you.
In terms of like modding games, I would say that if there is a Nintendo game that you want to mod, Fire Emblem might just be the easiest because they have a program that basically does all the hard work for it, called FE Builder GBA.
Nice.
And there are so many resources everywhere for like custom graphics, custom music if you want to, pull music from a different franchise and put it in the game.
I bet so many people pull from like Final Fantasy on the GBA.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, let's run back to the village.
Me,
How the fuck no? But for you were saying.
Yeah, for me, when it came to music, I have a background in music. I was a band kid in high school, and I developed an interest in composing my own music. So I ended up just making a bunch of music for this. Some of the songs in this I actually imported from Black Dragon. The recruit theme is a big one that I imported from Black Dragon. This song that's playing right now also comes from Black Dragon, but there are plenty of new songs, mostly map and battle themes.
Cool. Well, again, if it's mostly map and battle themes, that's the ones people are going to pay attention to the most.
Yep.
Yeah. So Julia seems to be quite, steadfast compared to Darius at the moment. Again, I'm just, it's pretty cool. Usually the male character's the one that's more eager to fight. But this case, it's like, no, it's like, Julia's like, motherfucker, I will run you through.
Yep. That's the thing is that that's an interesting thing with the story in this is that I found that Julia kind of takes a bit more charge in the story compared to Darius, which is funny because Darius is the main character and
he's a bit more docile.
Yeah.
Again, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just the way the characters are written.
And it's kind of it's Darius gets literally introduced being bullied despite being a tall boy. Like he is actually over 6 feet tall.
Dang.
Canonically, although it's kind of hard to show that.
Yeah, I mean, again, unless it's your like a specific sprite, everyone kind of looks like the same height roughly. Unless you have a very specific sprite, or depending on your age, like no one's gonna guess that Nino's the same size as Hawkeye.
Yeah. Creeper, Fire Emblem character I relate to. Oh, there's plenty.
Pretty sure Ike's a big one for you.
Ike to some extent. I relate a lot to Dimitri because his story was very much all about mental health and
inner demons
I
and all
am
that
somebody,
jazz.
Yeah, and mental health and inner demons, which obviously, if you follow me on Twitter, you know that I have a bit of a history with having shaky mental health, and I've actually been going through kind of a rough patch lately because of a lot of stuff that's been going on in my personal life.
Yeah. Well, we all go through rough, especially in this day and age. We all go through rough patches. Hell, a lot of people this day and age, they're very much like seeking therapy and all that jazz because of just like how hard life can get. Anyway, before we continue, just take a very quick break. Then we come back. We're going to start fighting and see about the type of gameplay engine we've got that Zane has made for us.
Mm-hmm. Right, so for this chapter, you obviously start with the 2 units here. You'll get a third at the start of chapter 2. I wasn't paying attention. So you're playing on normal difficulty, right?
Normal, yes.
Okay, yeah, that's the difficulty that I playtested all of this on. I actually did not playtest very much of hard mode, regrettably. So for this map and also for the next chapter, you want to give as many kills as you can to Darius, because for story reasons, he's the only permanent unit that you'll be getting in the first 2 chapters.
Yeah. Well, as you can see, like, obviously, Julia... Oh, Oracle class. Interesting. Julia's a bit faster and stuff like that. She's got some good magic. Darius has a more even stat spread, though.
Yep.
And obviously, you can also
Darius
see where
starts
they're... literally,
Yeah,
she has a strength cap of 0. Bitch ain't using any, like, spears.
That was a bit of a me original. Is that I turned off the any magic character's strength stat just because they're not going to use it, so there's no point. And yes, this hack. The thing is that with this hack, I used the skill system patch, and one thing with Fire Emblem is that they have in the editor. In the editor FE Builder, they actually have several patches that you can put into your game to do stuff like separate the strength and magic stats out into 2 different things, so that it's not just the power stat.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like you can give them you can give characters skills and stuff like that. So you have stuff like that, and so because magic is because of that I have magic as 2 different stats. It's not just one stat. Also, turn the animation set the animation to 2, because the battle backgrounds were edited as well.
Okay. Okay, so first of all, cool detail. Every time you land a hit, it actually shows how much you take. And they've got little HP bars at the bottom, again, like modern Fire Emblem games do. Also, what Fire Emblem character...
That was the thing that just came with the skill system patch, I think. As
for what Fire Emblem character do I relate to, Felicia's the one I relate to the most. Because Felicia's whole thing is, she's not the best at what she does, and while not to the same extent, she's not even good at it, while I am good at what I do. But we do it just because we love what we do so much, even though we're better suited to other professions. So I relate to Felicia a lot in that term. There's others too I relate to and stuff like that. You know, Ike being very, growing up very humble, trying to understand people. Also Sumia, running away from problems, but also wanting to be, loved for and Dorothea wanting to be loved for who you are, not because of like the image that people see of you online. That type of thing. So yeah, there's a lot of characters I relate to.
Yeah. So anyways, okay, you're not gonna see what the deal is with archers. So I guess I should explain that. Another big change is that bows in this hack, they all have 2 to 3 range, rather than just the standard just 2 range. Mm-hmm. There are a couple of exceptions. There are crossbows in this game. They have 1 to 2 range, and the longbow has been turned into essentially a siege tome.
Okay.
So like you see here, this archer can attack from three spaces away, and this was inspired by Project Ember, which is one of my personal favorite Fire Emblem ROM hacks.
Isn't it pretty much the only way you can play FE6 or like really enjoy it?
It's the only. It's what I consider to be the only way I can enjoy FE6. I actually I attempted to stream it with Lewis and a couple of other friends of mine.
Lauren was there too. Yeah.
Yeah, Lauren was there, and it was snow. But we didn't get very far because I just lost interest in streaming.
That's fair enough. It's not for everybody.
Yeah. So, anyways, we have Cyrus here, and he's the Jagan of the hack.
Isn't he the Oife? Shut up.
Yeah. He's a true Jagan. He has bad growths, and he's not worth but even beyond that, he's not worth training for a very different reason, which we will see very soon.
Got it. Right. So first things first. So all right. So they got 1 to 3, 2 to. Is it 2 to 3? Yeah, 2 to 3 range.
Yeah,
cool.
2 to 3 range on standard bows.
Yeah. And another thing you brought over is the oak bow, is that like less than an iron bow, like a bronze bow?
So it's meant to be the equivalent of an iron bow.
Oh, I see.
I had the bows be named after the type of wood that's crafted from them, because that's one thing that always kind of drives me a little nuts about vanilla Fire Emblem is that bows are not made out of iron.
Yeah.
That's always something that
you know what this is? They probably meant like iron arrows, but they called it bows.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing Berwick does. You have bows and arrows as 2 different things.
But like even then, like only the head of the arrow is going to be made out of iron or steel or whatever. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Mithril
So
is
Cyrus
as
has-
opposed to silver. Yeah.
Cyrus has a skill that will increase your unit's defense, the defense of any unit that is adjacent to him. So you'll want to keep Darius and Julia together.
Oh, I love
Julia
that
has
sprite.
a skill.
Is he a paladin or a great knight?
Paladin.
Okay.
The Great Knight class does not exist. It got turned into a different class, which I am very excited to talk about.
Interesting.
Which we will actually see in the next chapter.
Cool. Oh, here he comes. All right. But yeah, again, the sprite looks so good though. I love it. And also, like, he's even got like the thing at the back of his head, the red thing, like Fulgor has, which is really, really cool detail. Anyway.
Yeah. So that battle animation for the Paladin, that was made by Neuramon, and I think you've actually seen some of his work, because I remember seeing you comment on the.
I did, yeah.
What was it, the Marshall?
Yeah, the Marshall thing. I've seen their work on Twitter.
Yeah.
Very nice animations.
Yeah, Neuramon's is pretty notable because he's done a lot of work for the Fire Emblem hacking community, but he's also done some graphics for actual games. If you're familiar with Dark Deity, he did some graphics for that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Go figure. He worked on Dark Deity. That's basically like an indie Fire Emblem game and stuff like that. I actually got to speak to the developer. Yeah. I got to speak to the developers and they gave me a free code. Lovely people, very lovely people. I've got it on my Switch. Really? Yeah, I've got it on my Switch. I'm just gonna wait. Oh, he's got a hand axe. Oh yeah. Also, as you can see, unlike Binding Blade or some of the other GB games, the axe's hit rates aren't dog shit.
Yeah. Matt, there's if you're talking about Path of the Midnight Sun, I am aware of that. Yeah.
I didn't know that Dark Deity got a sequel, but I haven't heard of it. But if it did, that's fantastic. I know there have been other games like Symphony of War, similar Fire Emblem type spiritual successors, and Landgressa and stuff like that. But I don't know anything about a Dark Deity 2. I mean, if it exists, it's awesome.
Yeah, it does exist.
Okay. Oh, critical. Oh, he puts lightning into the sword. Nice detail, because again, he has magic powers.
I don't remember who made this tactician battle animation. I think it was actually I could probably pull it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the critical is a little weird because it has that animation smear that kind of just stays there for a little bit.
Oh yeah, it does. It shows. It basically what it's showing is it's showing the in between frames, which is what it shouldn't do.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah, I'm an animation major. I know this shit. Yeah. I know my shit. Right, hold on a second. Okay, just enough. Perfect. Because I got that level up in strength. How perfect.
Okay. Username Marlin0024. That's who made the tactician animation.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's a decent animation. It's just that, you know, it is a little weird that it hangs on that one frame that looks like an animation smear.
It does. Well, again, it looks like, you know, when you do an attack, the arc that goes with it. But again, it's stuck in place, which is not how it's meant to be.
Yeah.
Very triumphant music right here. It's like, yeah, you're at the last enemy, dude.
Yeah. This victory is near thing is actually it comes from Black Dragon. So you've heard this song before.
Yes, I have. Seriously, I can't get over
as well as this boss theme.
Sprite. Yeah, the boss theme is very familiar.
I really like that boss theme. I think it's I still think it's some of my better work in terms of music.
I mean, I really think it's excellent. All right, so here we go again. This is Jagan doing Jagan things, weakening the enemy but not straight up killing them, so it's not robbing EXP. That's the best kind of Jagan.
Yeah.
Okay, well, really, I heard most people really like Dark Deity. Hey, Tackle, good to see you. I mean, it's gone quiet ever since, but I heard most people quite liked it. But then again, maybe it's because I was more talking to people who are promoting the game, like Effie content creators, so they probably those more familiar with the Fire Emblem probably enjoyed it more than maybe casual players. I don't know. I'll have to ask more people how they felt, because it has gone kind of quiet. Oh, shit.
I have actually seen some people. I actually have seen some mixed reactions to Dark Deity. I'm not sure if I want to check the game out myself. Because the thing is that when you're, as somebody who wants to make his own, like, to turn this into a proper video game, like, I'm always a little leery of checking out other SRPGs because there is a fear of potentially other games maybe influencing you a little too much. Like, you want to take like a bunch of ideas from this game and a bunch of ideas from this game, and it sort of turns your game into a bit of a
identity crisis type thing.
Yeah.
Also, so I imagine doubly so because Dark Deity is an indie game, and that's kind of the thing you're going for. So you'd probably be easier influenced by it, unlike playing, say, another big budget Super SNES RPG, that type of thing. Yeah.
I mean, there are elements of Engage that I actually ended up wanting to put into this game, like the whole system of weapon triangle, breaking the enemy and de-equipping their weapon. I have an idea to maybe not do that as like a full thing for every weapon, but there would be certain types of weapons where if you have weapon triangle advantage, it will de-equip the enemy.
Okay, so make it more of like a one-off thing rather than just like a permanent fixture. Also, so people recognize this as Chrono Trigger. Again, I haven't played Chrono Trigger, so I can't say. But
this song is Frog's theme from Chrono Trigger, which is my favorite song off.
Yeah, worst Jaken is Vander. He is the absolute worst Jaken out there.
So some of the songs in this project are not original songs for me, but this version of Chrono Trigger, this is actually a late edition. If you go to, I will say that I've mentioned that I have videos showcasing the entirety of this hack on my YouTube channel. A lot of those videos are kind of out of date. So there are some things where like the music will not be the same for a couple of tracks. This song was actually a late edition where I did a arrangement of Frog's theme from Chrono Trigger, and I put it in as the victory theme to this because I was planning on doing it a similar thing for an upcoming ROM hack that I was planning on making.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So this is their father, right?
Yeah. This is Cyrus, their dad, and the character behind Cyrus is Garrick, who they
saved.
They saved from the bandits.
Yeah. So now I guess we're going to find out what's Garrick's deal.
Yeah. Well, Garrick's deal is basically that he comes from a powerful bandit clan from a country called Vandalos. Garrick's a bit of a dumbass because he stole some treasure from the leader of the clan and he ran away, and so the clan's leader is currently tracking him down.
Yeah, fair enough. Cyrus Drakengard, nice.
Cyrus Drakengard, yeah.
Drakengard, yeah. Drakengard, Drakengard's the name of a video game.
Yeah. Well, I think the video game is pronounced Drakengard.
Wait, the only Effie dad that lives is Ellawood? Oh, no, is Ellawood. I thought he said is Ella Woods. I was like, Ellawood's dad? No, also, the only Effie dad that lives? Well, technically in the thingy, Crom lives. And he's a dad, canonically. Not to mention, Claude's dad is alive, but his granddad passes away. Edelgard's dad is alive, but not for long. But any other Fire Emblem Lord dads that actually make it out alive? I'm thinking.
Oh, Ryuki Gray, you just reminded me of one of my favorite videos. It's called Edelgard Says. It basically takes the character that Edelgard's voice actress voices from Drakengard, who has an incredibly foul mouth, and dubs the audio over footage of Edelgard, and it is hilarious.
It would be, because that's what Edelgard wanted to say, but Nintendo said no.
And the voice that what is it? It's Tara Platt who
Ah,
voices Edelgard,
hello.
right?
Speaking of Eliwood's mum,
Oh yeah,
yeah, Tara Platt
yeah. This
is
is
Edelgard.
yeah. But the voice she uses for the Drakengard character sounds exactly like Edelgard, so it makes it even funnier.
It's just one of those things. It's kind of like, because I remember I watched one of the videos I did recently, the Fire Emblem, not recently, sometime with the Fire Emblem anime one, where some of the Ava cast are the Fire Emblem characters, so you just put their voices over them, and it's funny.
Yeah.
Still can't believe it. Lena, like the sweet cleric, is fucking Asuka Tsundere, bitch.
Yep.
Get on the goddamn horse, Marth. But to this day, Marth's never used a horse in Fire Emblem. Canonically, he's never used a horse.
Nope.
I did like Eleanor's sprite. She looks very lovely.
I do really love her character design. I actually have this character, Papaya, their mother. She doesn't get a whole lot to do in this story, but she kind of, her role in the story kind of ended up evolving a little bit as I started writing it, and she's on track to become one of the most interesting characters, I think, whenever I get around to actually doing the next the sequel story to this.
Oh, cool! Wow, a sequel. So you're really coming in hard with this one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if the sequel... the thing is that I have a sequel planned that is essentially like... It's a sequel in the same way that Gaiden is a sequel to the original Fire Emblem.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's essentially... It takes place on a different part of the continent of that this story takes place on.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also, this is the same world as Black Dragon.
Yeah, it's the same world as Black Dragon. I mentioned this before, but it's essentially like it takes place on the same planet on two different continents.
Yes. Is it also the same time period or different time period?
Different time period. I'm not entirely sure of the exact chronology of the different continents and where their stories take place.
But they're not happening at the same time. They're like a couple of decades or centuries apart, roughly.
Yeah, they're a few centuries apart.
Yeah. So now we're going to go around the village. Somebody tells me the village is going to be attacked. But we'll see. We'll see.
See.
It looks it looks like a nice village, happy families and all that stuff. Good music.
Yeah. Yep. This is another song imported from Black Dragon. It was essentially the calm.
Yeah. It sounds very Animal Crossing.
I remember that when we played through Black Dragon, you said it sounded kind of like a Pokemon song.
That too. Well, it's got that wholesome Nintendo vibe, which is funny because this is not a wholesome Nintendo game.
No.
But it has its moments. I mean, come on. Fire Emblem Three Houses is super, super dark, and yet Flame exists.
Yeah, we've definitely we have definitely we've definitely seen some swearing. There's going to be some dialogue that is potentially very horny.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Well, right. I mean, you've played Black Dragon, so you know that I
Black Dragon had literal condoms and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they're going to take a quick break, and then we'll see you all in a sec. We're going to explore the village and all that jazz. Probably going to stock up on items, I imagine.
So for this chapter, the shops, for one thing, the shops are actually, they just exist. They are not actually programmed to be interactable.
Okay.
But,
I see, yeah, just talk to them.
So the way that this chapter works is that you can immediately move on to the next map by just having Darius go up to the house that they're in front of and immediately moving on to the next map. There is some additional dialogue from the villagers, so you have to get Darius over to the villagers to talk to them. It's entirely up to you whether or not you want to do that, so...
why not? Again, we might as well. Again, I like talking to NPCs and all that jazz. Why not? Just see if there's anybody else. So, is it mainly just Darius? Because it doesn't seem anyone else can talk.
Yeah, only Darius can talk to the other villagers.
Yeah.
There are some... I do kind of wish that I knew how to do this, but I've seen hacks where they can have town segments where you can freely move the character around like it's a town segment from, say, a regular RPG.
Yeah, so it's not turn-based.
Yeah. So it's not like a turn-based thing. But I think that's a fairly recent addition, and I don't know how to do it.
That's fair enough. Again, it's not like a game make or break thing. It's just a nice little addition to have. And also, don't know if you heard, but hello, Silver. Thank you so much for tuning in. Lovely to see you. Yeah. Again, it's just one of those nice features to freely explore, but it's not like a game. It's not a deal breaker or anything like that. Because hell, Fire Emblem itself had this with every 7, the battle preparations, and you couldn't go around freely.
Yeah, I know. It's I mean it's inspired by Echoes' town segments, or it'd be more accurate to say Gaiden, because I like Echoes' town segments in concept, but in execution they kind of felt a little too limiting, and
well, all you did was kind of look around and talk to cardboard cutouts. Makoto, good to see you. This is a ROM hack. Yes, it is a ROM hack.
Yep.
Yeah.
ROM hack created by me.
Indeed. Our guest for today, the King Bahamut, known as Zane.
Yeah.
He was also here during the Pokemon live streams.
Uh-huh. I occasionally drop in on Lewis's streams to help with commentary, and
Zane's...
I also I have ambitions to become a game designer of my own, and I used making Fire Emblem ROM hacks as a way to practice.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, it's a good way to get started, and stuff like that. I mean, hell.
Yeah, potentially.
I mean, hell, look at what happened with Christian Thingamajig. He started doing Sonic-like stuff, and then he actually went on to make Sonic Mania. And now they made a completely new game for the Switch and all that jazz.
Yeah, this is primarily a bit of
just character building and all that jazz.
Yeah, this is just primarily character building, because like that's one thing with me is that my style of storytelling is that I'd like to establish who characters are before I really I like to take a couple of chapters to establish who characters are before I start moving on with a plot. You know, I mean, if you're familiar with Vanilla Sacred Stones, you know that it starts with a bit of a lore dump.
And then it gets straight into the action.
Yeah, and then get straight into the action, which I mean, it's not a bad way to start the story off. I think that Sacred Stones does have a pretty strong start because you get you get enough context that throwing you into the action doesn't feel like just spectacle for the sake of it.
No, it actually does work, and it ties in with Erica, and it's a very steady going thing. I've always complimented Sacred Stones having one of the better early games in Fire Emblem. It really gets you into it very, very well.
Yeah.
But obviously, you're taking more of the Path of Radiance approach. Establish things first, then shit gets real. Which, again, it works really, really well. That's what made Path of Radiance's story, part of what made Path of Radiance's story so damn good. We just started out as mercenaries, getting to know each other, and then when shit hit the fan, it's interesting seeing everyone react to it based on how they are.
I think Path of Radiance does very much influence me in terms of, like, how I structure my plots, because I do think that Path of Radiance is probably the best structured Fire Emblem story. Like, it has problems, like the Benyon arc is a little weak, but the rest of it is usually but like in terms of like how the story is structured,
it's excellent.
It's pretty excellent.
Indeed. Yeah, but no, like Path of Radiance is kind of like, depending on your viewpoint, I consider it the gold standard for Fire Emblem script writing, but and just the way it's paced and all that jazz. Other stories have done excellent jobs too, but I think Path of Radiance from start to finish is the most consistently good.
The Path of Radiance, I think, is the probably the best one. It's not my personal favorite story. I'm more partial to the stories of Three Houses and Radiant Dawn, but those stories are not as tightly written.
Yeah, but they have those moments that really, really grip you and stuff like that. Absolutely, absolutely. Hell, some people think that Genealogy is the best, and personally, I think Genealogy Part 1 is excellent, but not the best because the story's excellent, but there's not much to do with the characters, and obviously Part 2 exists, and Part 2 is just kind of...
Yeah.
So we're just going to drop him back up here.
There's actually only 3 villagers that you can talk to, which is the woman in the house on the right, and there's a soldier up near the gate.
Okay.
Who you can talk to.
Oh yeah. I also have the speed up feature. Don't forget, we're on an emulator. We can speed up. Yeah.
That is one of the big things about emulation, and
yeah,
one of the reasons that if 90% of the time, if I'm playing an RPG nowadays, I would much rather emulate it than do anything else.
Well, to be fair, most RPGs have been streamlined to make them faster and easier access. But if it's like an old RPG, it's better to play it on emulator than actual hardware because oh god. Also, you called her Lady Papaya. Is that meant to be like a reference to Yunaka Haya Papaya?
Well, I mean, spelled differently.
It's like no comment, but yes.
Yeah. There's we'll find out a little bit more about Darius's mother, but it will not be for a while.
Yeah. Well, we only just started the game, and we are gonna try and do this twice a week because again, Fire Emblem games can be quite long. Granted, GBA Fire Emblem games aren't that long, but it's nice to cover them. But you know, if something interrupts or something happens, then we'll find a ways around it. We always do. Again, I'm never like the person where, oh no, I can't stream this game this one day. What can I substitute? Gee, I don't know, maybe play Mario Kart again. Because everybody loves Mario Kart.
Yeah. So this hack is 31 maps total. 3 of those are interlude chapters. So it's
28.
closer to like 28 full chapters. So it's decently long because that's longer than most games in the series. I think that in terms of like actual chapter count, 7 is probably longer, but you know it's longer than Sacred Stones, for example.
Yeah, Sacred Stones is one of the shortest. Well, it's funny because these days the most recent Fire Emblem games are long, both Engage and Free House, but Fire Emblem traditionally is not very long. Hell, remember when Radiant Dawn was the longest Fire Emblem game, and then Free House was like, LOL.
Yeah. Sonic Samurai, what hack is it that had 41? Was it Vision Quest you're talking about? Because I know that's a decently long one.
Yeah, and also we've got these backgrounds that's also taken from Shadow Dragon, but these look like now I assume they were already in the game's files. You didn't make them from scratch.
So with this particular background, it's not Shadow Dragon. It comes from the Tellius games.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. It's a Path of Radiance background, like some of the Village ones are, just pixelated. Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about Andron Saga, Sonic. Oh, that makes sense.
I'm gonna pretend I know what that means.
Andron Saga. That is a topic for another time. The most I will say about it, it was a ROM hack that is a vanity project of Mang's.
That's all I need to hear. Don't bother anything else.
Yeah. But anyways, these backgrounds, they come from the Tellius games, from Radiant Dawn in particular. They are... what happened with these is that somebody ripped them, and there is actually a way that you can import them. You can just straight import them into the GBA games, and obviously they will. For you. Yeah, they will bit crush it for you. But the thing is that at the time I was making this, FE Builder. The version of FE Builder I was using did not have a tool to automatically modify the graphics to be importable. So you actually had to use a separate tool in FE Builder to do that before you imported it in. Nowadays you can just import the image in and it'll just go. All right. So anyways, this is where the plot starts to kick in because Garrick's kind of a piece of shit, and he is stealing the silverware from the people who just took him in. Yeah,
obviously he's like, I don't want to do this, but you know, I kind of want to survive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that guy's sprite.
Which one?
The guy on the left with the blonde hair. It's like if Geitz and Lloyd are fused.
Oh yeah, that's Hamilcar. He's the second in command to the main villain, who is talking right now, Havgan.
Yeah, that's definitely a Path of Radiance background. I recognize that one.
Yep.
Of course, it's always bandits. They're like the ultimate generic bad guy for any medieval setting.
And it's funny because these bandits are a bit more. These bandits are a bit more involved in the story than most Fire Emblem bandits are.
Well, most Fire Emblem bandits are just literal random enemies. Rarely are they a recurring thing.
Havgan, obviously, his sprite is a splice of Hawkeye and Dozla's, which I mostly just used because I couldn't find anything else that I thought fit better. Because Havgan, I guess I will talk. I guess I will mention this now. Havgan's actually the final boss of this game.
Big dude.
Yeah, so I needed him to be
Big and imposing.
somebody who has a bit more of a presence than your average bandit leader.
Yeah,
and that is not easy to find necessarily.
No, but I think it works. He definitely looks like a big brawly warrior type person.
Yeah,
especially because again, you get Hawkeye's body is fucking huge, and then Dolz's face is quite stern.
Yep.
Only this one's like red as opposed to green.
It's always one thing I thought that was a little weird about Dozla was that he's kind of he's written to be this very hale and hearty, full of life guy, and then he has just like the grumpiest looking portrait.
Yeah, me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dragon sprite.
Yep. The little bit of dream sequence.
Yeah, you start starting from nothing and becoming something. 0 to 100, as they say.
Yeah, the dragon doesn't have like speaking frames.
No, but it doesn't need to. Hell, it probably communicates telepathically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, again, Hawkeye got its own unique berserker sprite. That's how cool he is.
Typo there.
That's all good.
Misspelled C's.
Yeah, it's no big deal. It's like, you misspelled C's, 0 out of 10. Why are we even playing this?
Yeah. That's the other thing that I learned with working on this is that catching typos is really fucking difficult.
Yeah.
Especially when you have a game that has as much dialogue as this.
Especially because I imagine it doesn't do the whole thing where it tells you that something's wrong. Oh yeah, so he's like, motherfucker stole our shit.
Yep.
Okay, and we showed him such kindness. Burn him at the stake. No, burn him in the Wicker Man. Again, not the silverware. Again, you don't want to fuck with this woman. She's crazy.
Yeah. Julia is definitely a very much a character.
Yeah, she's very brash.
Yeah, very brash.
Bold and brash.
More like belongs in the trash.
Oh, boy. Funny overpowered weapons. I mean, funny indeed. Okay, you want to talk about overpowered weapons, just genealogy. Fucking genealogy.
There's some overpowered weapons in this hack, too.
I mean, every Fire Emblem game has an overpowered weapon. I can't think of one Fire Emblem game where at least one weapon isn't stupidly strong. And again, they're not all legendary weapons. Hell, in Three Houses, Rapier Plus is busted.
Yep.
Rapier Plus is so fucking good.
Greeper, I had a couple of characters who were meant to sound like Scottish people in Black Dragon. So
isn't that what about that redhead dude that shows up like halfway through the game?
Brita and Leofric is who you're thinking of. They were both meant to be Scottish.
Indeedy so.
Or sound Scottish.
Anyway, before we continue, just take a very, very quick break, then we'll come back, we'll see what's going on in this chapter. Hopefully, what's her face will have calmed down, because she's gonna, like, she's just gonna, like, I wouldn't be surprised she threw us off a cliff out by accident. Also, the sprite you use for her, isn't that kind of the generic Pegasus Knight sprite?
I think... I'm not entirely sure what it's supposed to be, but I think it is like a splice of because one thing with GBA Fire Emblem portraits
is all splicing.
You can actually splice existing portraits together to create new characters.
Well, you did that.
I think that this is just meant to be a splice of like a generic villager with someone else.
I mean, we're looking at Darius right now. Obviously, like his outfit. It's kind of like, is it Orson's one? It's kind of like thing.
I'm not sure. I don't know if Darius is a splice, because I don't recognize the face.
No, the face I don't recognize, but the body I kind of do. Also, the hair. Yeah, the hair looks like Sigurd's straight up. He looks like Sigurd's hair.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, the Darius portrait was definitely a It was one of my things, because, like, one thing with Darius is that I kind of wanted him to look, maybe not like a typical, like, baby face, super good guy, because because he kind of doesn't have. That's kind of just not who he is as a character. So I wanted a portrait that had a little bit more of a
adult edge to it.
Almost like a borderline sinister vibe to it.
Yeah. Well, again, his eyes are quite sharp. And happy March 5th to you too, Sonic Samurai.
In 9 days, we'll be celebrating March 14th, which is I think a Honkai Star Rail character.
Cool. I mean, there's a whole Mario thing going on.
Yep.
Oh shit, the village is on fire. Oh fuck, what did you do this time?
Yep. The plot gets started with a village getting burned down.
Of course. Well, at least Father's okay. Yeah. This guy looks like he hasn't slept in a while.
Yeah, this portrait was actually made by a friend of mine, Armory, who is actually making his own Fire Emblem ROM hack called Infernal Blade that I am helping write the dialogue for.
Cool. Collaborations.
Yeah. Yeah, he's actually we follow each other on YouTube, and he gave me a little bit of feedback for Darius the Conqueror, but like at the point he did it for like at the point where I was almost done with the thing. So
yeah, so it's kind of like that's cool and all, but that's cool and all, but the file's already been uploaded.
Yeah. If I'm being real, like one of the big things with me is that I don't feel like my level design for this hack is all that great necessarily. Like there's points here where like some of it is pretty good, and I do feel like I got better with level design as I went along. But like some of it, I just look at it and like I really hate how this looks.
But then again, level design's never been one of the reasons you wanted to make these, is it? You're more of a storytelling person.
I'm a bit more of a storytelling person, but like I do want to make a good game on top of
Oh yeah, absolutely. But level design was never like the first and foremost. Again, as long as the level trust me, in the case of Fire Emblem, as long as you don't make an annoying as fuck desert and fog of war map, you get a pass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Indeed, we all start somewhere. You can't no everyone starts as a beginner, no one starts an expert.
I mean, people have been like people who have played this hack have told me that they actually like the level design, which I I mean, my thing is that
remember, different people look for different things when it comes to level design and have different mindsets.
I am a massive perfectionist, and as a result, whenever people give me compliments, I tend to be like, I tend to try and not I tend to minimize it, whether, it's a good idea or not. Yeah. I'm trying to be better about that, because, I mean, it's not just a case that, it's not just a case of like, oh, this is just this person's first time playing a Fire Emblem ROM hack and they don't know better. But I mean, some people, they just genuinely like it, and they've played enough to know, what they do and don't like, so... Yeah.
Well, again, the last... Right. When you made Black Dragon, I really enjoyed that, and I only played half of it. Yeah. Right, I'm just double-checking the stats. Alright, so only 10.
I mean, you only played half of it because I didn't finish most of it.
But I enjoyed the half that I played.
Yeah. Yeah. So for this chapter, Darius gets his personal weapon, which is the claymore, which it's effectively just a rapier. It has more might than a rapier.
It's strong against cavalry and knights though, but it's got a base 10 might, which is pretty good. Base 10 is nice. Yeah,
it's higher than a regular steel sword. Actually buffed the steel sword, the power level of the basic swords up by 1.
Yeah, well, the swords are quite weak. Understandably so. They're the faster and more accurate weapons. Good. Sorry, I cannot get over how good this fucking sprite is.
Yep, it's an Ermon sprite.
Yeah, it's fucking.
That guy does good work.
Dang right. Again, GBA Fire Emblem sprites have yet to be topped. They just look so nice.
Yeah.
Guess there's no. No,
So
no.
you're going to want to
preserve.
send Cyrus to get that house, because that house, that red house, does have a item for you.
Oh, I didn't realize it was going to the house. Cool. Thank you for letting me know. So I didn't notice because I don't know, because of maybe the color scheme. I didn't know the red thing didn't stand out too much.
Yeah, this another thing I did for this hack was I used a lot of different map palettes.
Yeah.
You know, and some of it was in the case of this village, some of it was because the village palette looked a little bit darker, and I felt like that, you know, that would be a good thing to have for a story that has a bit of a darker tone.
But as you can see, it kind of blends in slightly.
Yeah, so the red is not as pronounced, because that the one thing with GBA games is that a lot of them have very bright colors because they were made for a system that originally was not backlit.
Yeah, did not have a backlit screen, so because of that, they had to have ridiculously overly contrasted colors to make it stand out. It's not a Fire Emblem problem, it's a GBA problem for a lot of the games. Which is funny, I will give Nintendo this. Their GBA Online emulator actually fixed the color scheme issue. So that was really, really cool.
Yeah, that was one thing, because I was replaying Fire Emblem 7.
Yeah, you notice it looks better.
Yeah, it is very noticeable how different it is. I don't even think that it looked as good on the
GBA.
On the Wii U emulator.
No, the Wii U just did the whole standard emulation thing, whereas this one actually changed the color scheme and aspect and contrast, which I very much appreciate.
Yeah, now part of me wants to replay Metroid Fusion on the Switch.
Damn,
just
I'm
see
waiting,
how it looks.
I'm waiting for Metroid Zero Mission to come out on the Switch. Come on, where's our what do you call it? Where's my where's the second wave of GBA games?
Yeah.
Oh,
where's my burrito? Where's my burrito?
This guy's got a pole axe. Interesting.
Yeah. Got a pole axe just to make sure that but you'll want to get the treasure from the house first.
Yeah, but no, I don't want to, because if I get attacked by both of them, I'm going to get killed. So I want to, yeah. Because I
just a heads up. Yeah, just a heads up. There is a bit of a soft time limit on this map, because there is a overpowered enemy character that's going to spawn in at the bottom left of the map on what is it? I think turn 8.
All right, hold on. Let me just see how this goes. Right. No, I should be fine actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy got speared in the chest. How the hell is he still standing? Prime 4? Yeah, where is Prime 4? Probably the Switch 2. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. This character, this villager is meant to be one of the guys who was bullying Darius at the start of the first chapter.
Yeah. That's what you get. That's what you get.
But, you know, you still feel bad for him.
Well, no, yeah, no one deserves to die like that. They're just, obviously, it was just light taunting. It wasn't like proper bullying.
Yeah. I do that in a couple of places where, like, I have an instance where, like, a character who is not likable dies, but it's not necessarily a good thing.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the circumstances around their death are
morbid.
Unfortunate. Yeah.
FE6 or FE7? FE6, he's not FE7, because if he's FE7, they'd be dead by now.
Yeah.
Yeah, trust me, he's an FE6 Marcus, not an FE7 one.
Yeah. I should also mention that part of the reason I picked the particular sprite for the particular battle animation for Cyrus, aside from it looking really good, because it's a Neuromon sprite, is that there's actually a bit of a theme in this hack of characters either having very Roman names. So part of that was that the Gold Knight sprite that I used for the Paladin was it had a bit of a Roman, you know, the Roman crest to it. So yeah. I thought it would be pretty fitting.
Okay, cool. Also, good to see you, Gaussian. I'm glad you're very enthusiastic about this stream. Oh, now we've got rangers, or whatever, nomads, whatever you want to call them.
They're classified as hunters in this hack.
Yeah.
But they fill the same role as nomads.
Damn right.
Yeah. And your claymore is effective against them, so
Fuck him up.
For that.
Yeah, so fuck him up. Ooh, 36 damage. I like it.
Yeah. It's like I said, FE8 uses the one thing about FE8 is that effective weapons deal triple damage, whereas in FE7 they only deal double damage, which I think is
stupid. No,
worse.
It's stupid. It's one of the reasons that bow units really suck in that game.
Yeah. As opposed to this game where bow.
Well, they got 2 to 3 range as well. That's another factor.
Oh, Galcian, are you subscribed to me on YouTube? Because he's saying that
he's watched the LP.
Yeah. Yeah.
He is. Yeah, he is.
Nice.
Oh, Japanese version. Well, that's good, but yeah, we got the European version or the Western version, which unfortunately doesn't have that. Ow. Just ow. Yep. Don't worry, I'll be okay. I've got save states if worst comes to worst.
Yeah, the one thing about this is that you don't have a healer for this map, and
that's fine though.
Since Darius is, since Darius is the one you want to be giving most of the experience to. The map does end if you kill the boss, so be careful about aggroing. About sticking yourself in his range too much.
Yeah, because we want to get that last item as well. Which one's got the better hit rate? Claymore's got the better hit rate.
Yeah.
Boom!
Honestly, don't be afraid to use the Claymore because it has 50 uses, and during all of my playtests, I didn't really use the Claymore that much, to be honest, and it kind of just ended up sitting around in my inventory.
Very nice critical. Game. Yeah, so obviously, well, that's the thing I've noticed in a lot. When it comes to games, I'm really fickle when it comes to using certain resources. I'm so bad in Souls games. It's like, you have these resources, fucking use them! It's just one of those things. Sometimes you really want to hold on to the thing to that right moment, not realizing that you've got so many more opportunities to use it within that time frame. How long did it take
Sonic
to make...
Samurai? Sonic Samurai, I started this hack in, I want to say, about April or May of 2022, and I finished it in November of 2023. So, a little over a year.
Yeah. Oh, so we found something. We found a goddess icon. Yay, more luck.
So just FYI, before you kill this boss, you will want to put Julia and Cyrus's inventories into the convoy.
Julia and Cyrus's. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, cool. So let me just wait here, because Julia can bait him out. Save state, just in case. You never know. You never know. Yeah. Again, this guy looks like he hasn't slept in a while.
Yeah.
Oh, if we can double him, there's going to be a lot of damage.
Now that's a lot of damage!
Damn right it is. Oh yeah, here's the... Oh, what the fuck kind of sprite is that?
Yep. So this is Hamilcar, and he is a brand new class. I would like for you to go over and check out what that is.
Okay. Give us a second. Affiliate. Oh wait,
Olyphantier.
Olyphantier.
So you can use the R button to see what that entails.
Back of an elephant? Holy shit!
Yep.
So he's got sword, spear, and bow. Elephant knights. God damn.
Yeah, this is the thing that caused me to make this ROM hack. Is that there is a battle animation called it's listed on the resource repo that for the hacking community as the Grand Mahout. So what it is an elephant knight, and I thought that was really cool. So I was like, you know what? I want to find a way to use this in this ROM hack, and that's part of why there is such a strong Roman theme with the setting and characters, is because when I think of elephants being used as war mounts, I think of the Roman Empire.
MC Hudak, good to see you. Yeah. Yay! Oh, yeah, some nice level ups.
The thing is, we actually have not seen what the battle sprite is for that elephant rider class. But you know, you will in time.
Okay, you know what I can do? Hopefully. I can show it off if I want. Hold on, let me just make a save state. But yeah, let's have a look and see how this elephant sprite is. By the way, I am so fucking dead right now.
Yeah, that's the thing. Was Hamilcar is meant to be a late game boss.
Yeah, and it shows.
Will fight later on.
But let's see the sprite. Ah, it's a big elephant. It's just a big elephant.
Yep. I fucking love this thing.
The way it just turns its head. Boom. You know what?
Yeah.
For something so intimidating, it does look kind of derpy. Bless its soul, in a good way.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. To be fair, you laugh, but then the elephant fucking just tramples you.
Yeah, and the Olyphantier replaces the Great Knight class.
Oh, it's like
because
okay.
I have never liked the Great Knight class. I think it's redundant compared to the Paladin class.
Yeah, it depends on the game.
It's
for
just
me.
not
but
as good.
In GBA, it's definitely not as good. In certain games, they can be pretty good. Good to see you, Moon. I think Fates is the one time the Great Knight class is actually pretty good.
Yeah, they are pretty good, but I still think Paladins are just...
Paladins are better, but it really depends on the game. In GBA and Free Houses, Great Knights are shit. But in, you know, Fates and Awakening, they're actually pretty cool.
Yep.
Havgen Hardhammer.
Yep. A very infamous bandit in the world of this game.
Yeah, so it's like, well, we're fucked. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, to be fair, the elephant dude took us down, and he's stronger than the elephant dude.
Yep. Again, is very much.
Oh, he's got a centaur sprite? Cool.
It's not a centaur sprite. It's a modified version of the
centaur. Yeah, because again, because I know there's the horse head, of course. Yeah. Well, Zane was the one who made this map. I wouldn't call it butchering. It's splicing. The term is splicing, Moon.
I did not make this portrait.
Okay, there you go.
Someone else made it.
But the term is splicing. Yeah, save us plot armor.
Save us plot armor indeed.
Oh, Jesus hates Christmas.
Yep.
He dead. He definitely dead.
is not somebody to be messed with.
Yeah. Yeah, he dead.
And Cyrus goes the way of a typical Fire Emblem dad.
And go figure, this guy's going to be someone we fight later, and we're going to be strong enough to defeat him. God damn.
Yeah.
Then this happens. Oh yeah, my weapon rank increased.
I forgot that's a thing! Because the weapon rank can increase from event battles. Fuck. Yeah.
It's like, oh, I missed, but my weapon rank's better. Hoorah.
I saw that happen to somebody who played through Seven Siblings, another Fire Emblem ROM hack, and I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
That's a clip-worthy moment. I need to figure out how to clip moments off these streams.
Oh shit, now she's dead.
Yep.
Oh fuck, he lost his thing and his sister.
Yep. His whole family. Julia, speak to me,
and now it's playing the Fire Emblem death music.
Yep.
God, this guy's a real bastard.
And this is a thing too, is that these characters are very much dead. You do not have access to them as units after this chapter.
God, talk about losing everything.
Yeah.
Because you'd think this would be like
much.
a brother and sister game, but it's like, nope, deader than dead.
Yeah. Like I said, I am partial to dark stories, so you know.
Hey,
this
as long as it works and makes for good storytelling, that's fine. Dark can be fine as long as it's written well. Now he's gonna go Super Saiyan.
Yep.
Yeah, you animal.
You fucking animal!
And now he's tapping into his sacred power or something like that. Oh yeah, so again, the magical potential he has.
Yeah, the magical potential he has.
Oh.
It's a basic fire atom.
Oh no, we
And
actually
somehow
hurt him.
it somehow actually does some damage.
It's like, oh fuck, my res is terrible. Again, wow, again, this got dark very quickly. I'm not against it, it just got dark very quickly. And again, now we've only got Darius, so it's going to be interesting. The characters we knew are all dead. Yeah. And the mums are presumed dead as well.
Yeah. And Darius almost gets killed because he gets shot with an arrow and collapses.
Yeah. I'm going to take a very quick break, and then we're just going to process all that happened. We'll see you in a sec. But, oh yeah, Julia was her name.
Yeah.
So Darius and Julia, Cyrus, and Papaya.
Yeah.
That's just the family. Again, look at those fucking... Oh, it's not just the stats we have to worry about. They've got skills as well.
Yep.
And their weapons. The weapons also, probably very powerful. Yeah, because usually, like, this in a lot of these stories, the two siblings would go together. It's like, no, fuck it, your sister's dead. Then again, genealogy is the same thing. Hell, Sigurd and his sister died. In genealogy, everybody died.
That's pretty much how... that's one of the reasons why I feel like Julia kind of ended up being, sort of stealing the spotlight a little in the first two chapters. Is I wanted the player to
get to
have
know
an
her,
emotional reaction to her dying.
Oh yeah,
especially
well,
considering
it's a good way because you got to know this character, you liked her, and then she's gone. It's a case of like it's very very obviously the tone takes a very dark ship, but it's effective just to show how fucking dangerous these guys are. No problem, Aqua. Good to see you. Yes, we are indeed playing a ROM hack made by none other than Zane, or the King Bahamut as he's known.
Who is right here.
Indeed so. Again,
Grima, I think the character's name is Julia, yeah.
Yeah.
I went with Julia because a lot of I used a lot of Greek and Roman names for the characters in this.
So it's a coincidence. Hell, isn't Camilla a Roman name?
Yeah.
What happened in the story so far? Also mentioned... Sorry, go ahead.
I've also mentioned that there's a character named Nemesis who is very important in this hack. Mm-hmm. And I completely slipped my mind that there was an important character from Three Houses named Nemesis.
Well, important, yes, but let's face it, Nemesis. When it comes to Nemesis, it's not the first thing you don't think of is Fire Emblem. It's Resident Evil. But what do you call it? So what happened? There's a brother and sister pair. The brother has some sort of power dwelling beside him. The sister's really rambunctious but cool. We saved the brigand. The brigand betrayed us and stole our shit. Mum, dad, and sister got killed.
Yeah.
And one of the enemies rides an elephant.
Yeah. And now we meet a new character named Oratorius, or as I like to call him, Purple Athos.
Yeah, I mean, we look at it like, hey,
that's
Athos.
basically what he is.
Yeah, he's Purple Athos. It's like I'm Athos, but purpler.
Athos, except fabulous.
Yeah.
Nemesis. It took
I do
me
like
a sec to realize that.
Yeah, I do like the dragon sprite though. Yeah. Well, again, there are many Greek Roman names and stuff like that. Yeah, again, it's the fact that the names are Greek and Roman, whether or not they correlate to another series or character, complete coincidence. Mm-hmm. I mean, hell, like characters share names across various different things and all that jazz. What do you call it? You know what's so funny? Again, everyone refers to Ike as Ike, but his full name is Isaac. But people can't imagine that.
Or at least that's what it should be.
Yeah, but people won't be able to imagine that. It's like, we like Isaac. We like Isaac. The radiant hero Isaac. No, it doesn't work. Yeah. It has to be Ike.
Yep. And the title of this chapter is Grief, and that is exactly what Darius is going to be going through right now.
Yeah, geez, like he's lost his whole family.
Pretty much.
I don't know all the details, Aqua. This is actually my first time playing this, but something of the like, the dragon spirit that calls to you, that type of thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ike is short for Isaac. Yeah, Ike is short for Isaac.
Yeah.
I mean, is Roy short for something? No idea.
I don't know. Probably. Yeah. I'm not sure.
I mean, hell, if you think about it, Will from Fire Emblem 7, his full name is William.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, so it's like the magic again. I felt the magic and it called to me.
Yep.
What happened to you? Oh, do I have a story for you?
This song, another track imported from Black Dragon, is the sad song.
I mean, very contextually appropriate. Yeah, it's like he's gonna have a hard time. Dude's lost everything, but like I said, from nothing you can become something. That's the whole theme going forward. The dragon
That
told
is
it to
very
us.
much. Yeah, that is very much the theme of the main theme of this story is that setback does not equal defeat.
No, absolutely not. Well, again, failure is like this. They say failure breeds success.
Yeah, and it's a theme that I very much
Sympathize with or relate to.
It's something that it's a theme that I really wanted to explore. The thing is that around the time that Darius the Conqueror was I started working on this project, I was kind of in the middle of a bit of a rough patch in my life, or it's actually more appropriate to say towards the end of a bit of a rough patch. I was trying to get myself back on track, and over the course of working on it, I did kind of get myself back on track for a long time. And it wasn't until around the end of the project that I sort of lost the plot and started losing my way a little bit.
Yeah, but again, life and this stuff is never linear. You'll have peaks and valleys, as they say.
Yeah. I think that when it came to that overall theme of defeat making you stronger and you being able to come back, I think that was
Griffin Knight,
a big thing.
Yeah,
Griffin Knight.
Oh, cool. I like her sprite.
Yeah, she kind of looks like a modified version of Rebecca.
Yeah, and he kind of looks like a Harkin, just tired. His name is Lysander. Cool.
Yeah,
Lysander. That's a character from a Shakespeare play, Midsummer Night's Dream.
Yeah, I was actually in a production of Midsummer Night's Dream right around the time that I started working on this, and that character name may have been influenced by me being in that play. I
mean, Lysander's a very kind of cool oldie name. It's funny because when I was in primary school or middle school, if you will, we did a production of Midsummer Night's Dream, and I was in that too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not take you as a theater kid.
I mean, it was something the whole class had to do. I can act again, my acting skills aren't too bad. It's just not my calling in life. But everyone says that after the whole fanfic thing, I should be like a fucking narrator or something like that.
I mean, the times you have tried to do voices, they actually have sounded pretty good. It's just that it's rare that you do that.
Yeah, but I think it's more so I'm good at narration, not so much voice acting. Trust me, I know a lot of people that are very good at voice acting within my circle. Lucky's excellent, Mari's great. God, who's that dude? The person did Titania in that one segment. He's amazing. There's lots of great voice actors. I'm not a voice actor, but apparently my Citri fanfic voice is like ASMR to some people. I'm just like, okay, because people have said that some Call Me Johnny is ASMR to them.
Yeah. The Citri videos. I eagerly await the next one.
I finished the script for Crimson Flower. I just need to put in the fucking dialogue, and that's the hard part. But there is good news. New video does come out tomorrow.
Right. And that's the the ranking of the Three Houses Roots, is it?
I mean, I'm not going to say what it is, but they'll find out once it goes live.
Yeah, it looks like the ranking the Three Houses Roots.
Yeah. But I mean, no, some people looked at it, it's like, oh god, is this a Citri fanfic? Because, I mean, the thumbnail has some sort of implications, especially because it shows all four lords. It's like, oh, which, direction is this going to go? But, you'll find out tomorrow. That also means I will not be streaming tomorrow because it goes live the time I usually stream. No one's going to fucking tune in. It's like, why is no one watching the stream? We're watching the main channel, stupid!
No stream tomorrow, and then on Thursday it'll be back here.
Well, that's the thing. I'm gonna quickly double check with Silva because we're gonna miss out Mario Brothers whether or not she wants to do it because they're on the last episode. But we'll see. If not, then we'll just go back to this.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll just keep everybody in the loop. Yeah. It does look like a young Harkin. It really does.
Yep.
But I don't know. There's something about the blonde hair, the blonde girl with the bandana. She just looks cute.
Yeah. Actually, the Lysander's portrait was actually slightly edited. I just changed the color palette around to have his hair color match with his sister's, and I wanted him to have green armor because there's no Christmas Cavaliers in this hack, so I wanted to do the thing where these two characters were kind of meant to be in the spirit of the Christmas Cavaliers.
Well, one is red and one is green. Yeah. The devil's own luck. Leo's like, hey, you motherfucker. Yeah. What's my coldest Fire Emblem take? Well, coldest one is in, like, everybody agrees with it. You know what? I was going to say Fire Emblem's good, but that's not a cold take, considering some fucking people. My coldest Fire Emblem take would be that Fates is a bad script. There. Oh, and GBA sprites are amazing.
Yeah, I can get behind both of those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Oratorius talks here about some more world building stuff. Because what happened was that the larger lore of the story is that there used to be this powerful empire called the Dragovian Empire that kept order in this region, but then it was destroyed. And nowadays, there's the people of this region live in city-states that are constantly at war with each other.
Yeah, so there's no, like, one ruling government type thing?
Yeah, Sierra Mac, that is exactly how those characters are meant to be. They're kind of meant to be allusions to the Christmas Cavaliers.
Yeah, similar. It's the same theme. They're just not the Cavalier class.
Yeah,
they're just different classes.
Although in those instances, it's a little bit of a stronger theme because the two characters you get are the same class. And the
same ideology, just not
the illusion
Cavaliers.
is a bit stronger.
Yeah.
Here, these two are completely different classes, so it's
not
a
as
bit of a
obvious.
tenuous reference.
Yeah, it's not as obvious.
I have a bit of an aversion to having too many characters from the same class well, it can get kind of boring. Units.
Yeah, it can get a little bit boring. One of the most fun things of Fire Emblem is having various different classes to use. Yeah. Oh, Isengard. Cool.
Yeah.
Peter, again,
they're taking the hobbits to Isengard.
And then Peter Jackson's going to come in and storm the room. It's like, you motherfucker!
Well, it's not Peter Jackson, it's Tolkien's estate.
Yeah, I know, it's Tolkien, but at the same time, that Isengard became a thingamajig because of the Peter Jackson movies. They're taking the hobbits to Isengard!
Yeah. Although, in my case, I spell it differently, so, that's a bit of a thing.
It's so funny when you look at some of the oldest internet memes from, like, years ago, like, I got a jar of dirt, I got a jar of dirt. It's like, oh, man, different times.
Why is the rum gone?
Indeed.
I fucking love that video. I used to watch it a lot when I was younger, and, like, I still go back to it on occasion, and it still amuses me greatly.
Yeah, it's a classic. It's kind of like that YouTube poop. It's Revenge of a Madman Man.
Yes, that video is also really good.
Spider-Man, triple action web blaster. It never gets old.
Don't punch me, I bleed. Ow!
Oh, that boy was a hero. Ow! So funny. It's funny. Spider-Man, like Raimi Spider-Man YouTube poops in this day and age are fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah. You got stuff like the Bully Maguire videos, which I'm a little half and half on.
It depends on the context of how they're used.
Yeah, the one thing with Bully Maguire videos is that there's only so many clips that you have of emo Peter, so that
it gets
some of those videos can occasionally be a little bit you know, they can occasionally be a little bit
Predictable?
Predictable, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, every one of them uses the whole, I'm going to put some dirt in your eye.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, so yeah, now we've got to fight monsters.
Yep.
Oh, we've got an actual soldier unit. That's cool. Hey, Zenny's here. We've got our very own Nephany, even though it's a dude. So Aaron, close enough.
Yeah.
Prequel memes never age? Not at all. This is where the fun begins. Yeah, this is where the fun begins. Actually, you know what? I've got a prequel meme in my soundboard, which you guys can activate. Because of any content would you pick? Your least. Sue me as that. I want to live with best girl. Oh, 2 actually. Yeah, I've got 2. But yeah, I live on the least because of Sumia. There. Boom. That's all I got to say.
Do it. and now we get all of the do-its.
Do it. Do it, you will.
All right. So this chapter. I'm not super happy with the map design of this chapter. I feel like it does kind of devolve into a lot of standing around and waiting for enemies to come to you. But yeah, I mean, it's the first map where we fight monsters.
Can we just acknowledge the fact that, you know, we start with a fucking Griffin Rider? I thought you don't like Griffin Riders. Shut up!
Yeah. Here's the thing, is that there's no Pegasus Knights in this hack, because one of the things with this is that there were Pegasus Knights in Black Dragon, but one thing I wanted to do was I wanted to have it so that Pegasus Knights can only be, Pegasi as a species can only be found on certain continents.
Oh, yeah.
And they're not native to the continent that this game takes place on.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. Anyway.
Instead, we have Griffins.
Yeah, we're going to take a quick break and see you soon, then we'll get back and see what these units are like and all that jazz. So.
Honestly, I think Persephone is probably like the best unit in terms of like objective quality in this hack.
She can fly and she's got bows. There you go. Griffin. She's kind of like, again, if she can use lances, Kinshi Knight, straight up.
Yeah. She does have the capacity to get lances later on, actually.
Well, there you go.
So yeah, she basically is a Kinshi Knight.
Hoorah!
Although you can also have her get axes as a secondary weapon, depending on what class you promote her to, because that's the one thing about this hack, is that it does have branching class promotions.
Thank you! I can't imagine playing a modern Fire Emblem game with linear class promotion.
Yeah.
Well, no, Echoes is different, because Echoes is like multiple tiers, though. And like, same with Free Houses, they got multiple tiers and all that jazz.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Whew. I know I didn't have branching class promotions for Black Dragon, but that was partially because the original plan was to have a 3-tier class promotion system, which admittedly I don't think I could have done in that game.
God, imagine how broken they would have been. The second tiers were strong enough as it is.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so obviously just talking strategy, you know, let him bait the archers in and they can pick him off.
By the way, Lewis, you can check units' growth rates on their status screen by pressing the select button.
All right, I will
over their stats.
All right, I will do that. Is that something you could do in normal Fire Emblem games, or is it something...
That is something that has become a bit of a standard feature in a lot of ROM hacks.
Oh, hacks. Okay, I was wondering if you could actually do it in Sacred Stones and stuff like that.
Yeah, you can't do it in vanilla.
Okay, fair enough. If Dread Fighters came back, which one would you guys prefer, Echoes or Fates of the Awakening? Oh, Echoes Dread Fighters, I love them. Oh, Echoes Dread Fighters was so good. Yeah, let's see what this looks like. Dread Fighters. Ooh. Again, cool looking stuff. Again, Griffins are really, really cool. These ones are very slick. The ones in like Awakening, they're very pudgy.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I'm gonna head down here. Just check.
A lot of these enemies have poison weapons.
All right, hold on. I gotta double check. I'm gonna be real. I gotta double check what the select button is.
I think it's backspace by default.
All right. Yeah, you're right. There you go.
And yes, Siramac. This hack does have FE10 and or FE9 and 10 style Canto. Because I just think it makes mounted units better.
Yep. So yeah, obviously she's quite fast, but quite well balanced in anything. She doesn't have any underlying poor values aside from defense and magic, obviously.
Yeah.
But again, same here. Pretty balanced overall in terms of the growth spread. What about Griffins and Engage? Oh, Griffins and Engage are cool. They're not as slick as this ones, but they're not as pudgy as the other ones. They're in that nice middle ground. They're okay. Because I know Griffins are meant to be quite majestic, but I've never liked Griffins being fat. I always saw Griffins as more sleeker animals, despite the fact they're a mixture of a lion and an eagle. But yeah, that's a me thing.
Sierra, I have not played Genealogy of the Holy War, so I do not know what the Kanto skill is like in that game.
I'm pretty sure it's the same as this one. And Kanto's, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same as the one in this. You just do your thing and then you move again. It's just that Kanto in Genealogy was better because of the map sizes. Right, I can go here, but... Oh, right, I'll be okay. Yeah, I'll be alright, cool. Oh, it lets you re-equip weapons. Oh, yeah, I see. So you could fight, use a weapon and stuff like that. Right, so let me just talk. So, how was your day?
This is basically this is a bit of a holdover from Black Dragon, is that I have a lot of talk conversations that you can experience on the map, and they're meant to be like, they're not meant to replace support conversations, because this hack does have
supports, but it's like
support.
extra details and stuff like that, especially contextually appropriate too, because obviously they've just met, so talking about this, makes sense.
Sierra Mac, my name is not Zenny, but I am not a Warcraft fan.
Yeah, it's Zane, not Zenny.
Yeah, Zenny is a very different person.
Yeah. Zenny doesn't do
also,
ROM hacks for one thing.
Yeah. I do feel compelled to mention this. So this character Yona here, the priest, he comes from a country that is in this hack called Yisroel, and his race is a Yisraeli. I do feel compelled to mention this. Yisrael is an archaic spelling of Israel, and I would just like to mention that this script was written many months before Israel decided to go insane and start attacking Palestine. So just I want this on record. I do support the ceasefire and the end of Israel's attack in Palestine. I do have some misgivings about about some aspects of the protests against Israel, but I don't want to go too deep into that here.
The point is, you obviously the thing was just meant to be like a homage to the country, but you also this is before they declared war and all that jazz.
Yeah, the Yisraeli in this were kind of meant to be a stand-in for the actual Jewish people that the Romans were, their relationship with the Romans in the real world.
It's just one of those things. It's a hindsight 2020. That's all.
Yeah, very much a hindsight 2020. And if I make this into an actual game, I would change what the country and the race would be.
Yeah.
They would not be Yisraeli.
That's the Song of Healing.
Yep, the Song of Healing for the.
Sorry,
for
I
the,
noticed that in a second. I was like, wait a minute.
Yep. It's actually not the full Song of Healing. I only did like half of the arrangement for that. But yeah, that is my arrangement.
Yeah, but you only need half. Still, like,
you only need like the
whoa.
famous part.
Yeah, the opening notes pretty much.
Yeah.
So yeah, right now we just got to be careful with all the enemies and stuff like that. Oh, fucking poison weapons. It is what it is. It's not a game breaker. I just don't like them.
Yeah, poison weapons. It's funny because poison was supposed to... The way I wanted poison to work was that the poison damage would scale along with the with how far you were in the game. Unfortunately, it didn't end up working out for some reason. So I couldn't actually do it. But like the poison was initially supposed to deal 5 damage in this chapter.
Damn.
Which and then I had Armory played and he was like, yeah, that's too much for...
Yeah, at this point on, that 5 is a bit much.
Honestly, what I would like to do is have the poison deal a percentage of
your max HP,
and not like not the fixed amount.
Oh, a weapon rank increase though. They don't have 2 to 3 range. Bows do have 2 to 3 range, yes.
Yeah.
Just
most bows have 2 to 3 range. Except for the crossbows and the longbow.
Yeah. A second.
Crossbow has hand axe range, and longbows are functionally like.
Oh yeah, I've got magic. Like, oh yeah, I've got magic. I do. I'm gonna give it a go.
Yeah.
Just why not? I've already got B rank swords. Damn it.
Yeah. Darius can function as both a physical and magic fighter.
He's versatile. Tactician, as you can do.
Yes.
Yeah, GBA points is nothing to worry about. For the most part.
This is essentially what you get if you made Robin from Awakening have into the actual main character.
Yeah. I mean, he practically becomes it by the end.
Pretty much.
Again, such clean. Again, the animation is just so clean and smooth. Well, Echo's archers are busted, okay? That's the thing. Archers in Fire Emblem, they're very game dependent in terms of how useful they are. Some games they're okay, some games they're trash, others they're fan-fucking-tastic. Other classes are more consistent, like Wizards and so on, but archers and knights, more so archers, they fluctuate massively in terms of effectiveness. Because in some games, in FE7, they're fucking dog shit. But in Echoes, they're crazy good. And in Free Houses, and in they're crazy good as well. Honestly, Sonic Samurai, I think, unless it's a remake, avatars are a permanent fixture for Fire Emblem. But hey, they can be done well. Aaliyah was the last avatar, and people liked them.
I mean, Aaliyah's kind of a weird case where, like, they're technically an avatar, but they're not customizable, and
yeah,
I guess Byleth was the same way. So.
Yeah, Byleth was the same. But again, generally, every avatars is done well. Yeah, they don't all hit home, but for the most part, they work. And hell, it's clearly shown to work, and that's why Intelligent Systems keeps doing it. Hell, avatars are kind of a staple in a lot of modern RPGs.
Just a heads up, Lewis, there is a small house on the upper right part of the map, and it is visible, and it does give an item.
Oh, there it is. God, it's small, but yeah, it definitely is small. You weren't joking. So I'm just doing a bit of back and forth. Again, really do like the Griffin sprite, though. It looks lovely.
Yeah. I don't remember who did the, let me look up. I want to see who made that Griffin sprite.
One second. Not too close. There we go. Oh, they better not add an avatar to FE4. No way in hell. I hope not, but we'll have to wait and see. Oh, and
Blue Druid, username Blue Druid is the one who initially did the Griffin Rider sprite. Although the version that I used that was with a bow was done by username Miser6.
Okay. Oh, you poor sod. Not you, Zane. This dude. So I'm gonna hit you with a sword. You fucking idiot.
Yep.
You deserve this.
The good old skeletons.
God, they don't have a brain among them. Right, can I kill this guy? Because if I can, then... Oh, wait, okay. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, he's close to using dark magic.
Yep.
Right.
The return of the Mogals with the ridiculous magic stats that do absurd amounts of damage.
Hey, it makes them more threatening in the Sacred Stories where they do fuck all.
Yeah, pretty much. Right. Although in this hack, the Mogals are weak to bows. They count as flying units.
I'm also weak to bows. Ow. Just double check something. So we need to get rid of you. But we can't double. We can... Actually, no, we can take them all out. No, we take out most of them. How much health do I have? I have 7 HP. No, I've got 5 HP. If I get... Alright,
you are going to need to heal Darius.
Wait. I'm going to see who needs to be healed. No, I can survive him.
Well, do you keep in mind that Darius is poisoned?
Quasi, Mom, good to see you. Yeah, he is poisoned. Good shout. Alright, hold on. I do need to get rid of the archer, though. Oh, I can't double with anybody. Oh, I can kill with the claymore. Don't worry. Alright, I've got to get rid of the archer first and foremost.
One shot with the claymore.
One shot with the claymore, as you do. I assume the poison does kill.
Yeah, poison will kill you if it reduces your HP.
Ah, Glenn, good to see you. And we got pure water. Okay, that would have been useful yesterday!
Alas.
Okay, just can't get over Majora's Mask. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, then again, I'm a sucker for Majora's Mask, so go figure. So I'm gonna shoot. Oh, I thought you said they're weak to. Oh, right, they're weak to crossbows.
Well, what happened was the bow was not targeting the Mogul.
Oh, right, I see. Sorry.
Yeah, because it's 3 range, so it was targeting this.
My bad, my bad. I have to get used to that. It's free range.
So and then you go back to playing a vanilla FEGBA game, and you're like, why can I not attack from so far away with bows?
Yeah, what the fuck is this shit?
Admittedly, the muscle memory for that is actually not as much of a thing as you might think.
No, it definitely wouldn't be, considering I'm so used to it. This is the one I've got to try and adjust to, but GBA shouldn't be a problem. Oh, wow!
Oh,
Good
damn.
start. Good start. Oh, my orangey luck is good.
I am actually curious if you would bother using Lysander, because I have not used him on my permanent team in any playthroughs any playtest throughs I've done.
Well, you know what, Sierra? Now that Fate Stay Night is getting re-released, I am interested in giving it a go finally, because I'm familiar with the Fate series and I like it, but I never played the visual novel, so hell, I'm down with it. So yeah, again, I'm all for it. All right.
You'll notice that poison did 3 damage to Darius, and normally it would only do 1.
Yeah, oh, that guy's gonna take a lot of hits. He's not the boss, though.
Nope.
Right, let's,
the ghoul, aka the entombed.
Let me heal you, and then make a move. I know, so I'll see how Lysander's going. I mean, perfect level up is perfect level up, man.
Yep.
Color me impressed. And my weapon rank increased. Hoorah.
My thing with Lysander is that there's a unit you'll get in the next chapter who kind of sort of outclasses him in a lot of ways.
I mean, you know how I am. The moment a knight shows up is mine.
Yep. I am very much expecting this character to be your personal favorite once you meet her.
Okay.
Kind of sad that we won't get there.
Oh, she's a woman. Well, we'll either get there on Thursday or next week.
Mm-hmm.
You know what, Low Gains? I hope so too. I think you'll really enjoy Sacred Stones. I think a lot of people will really enjoy it, and it's a great game. And I hope it does come to the Switch Online because it's a great one for the GBA. It's a great one.
Yep.
All right, let me just quickly check. What range do they have? 1 to 2. Cool. Javelins. I assume they're also weak to bows.
Sierra, I have no idea what that's a reference to.
No, again, Lysander, to be fair, that is a name used in a lot of things. Like I said, it was used in Shakespeare. Right, level up.
Oh, it's a reference to ProZD. I don't watch ProZD, so I wouldn't know.
Well, she's fast. Again, she's definitely faster.
Yeah.
And to be fair, with the super effective damage, being faster is, very, very useful. Because double super effective is, oh shit. Dude, I'm going to be healing all day just for the fucking music.
Yep.
Well, it's not weird at all, Grima, considering they're tied to a remake, unlike other FE avatars. B, is in a Japan exclusive game, and C, one that a lot of people didn't play, as well as the fact that Chris is not as involved as the other avatars are. Not to say they aren't involved, but they're not nearly as involved as the Robin, Corin, Byleth, and all that jazz.
Kwasi, I don't actually know how to pronounce it. But yes, 20 AXP is the base for healing with stabs, because I hate the 11 XP for every heal that is in vanilla Fire Emblem.
11 XP like on normal heal staffs, yeah.
Yeah, but it's not that much better if you go up with a Mend Staff. Like if it was something where okay, the heal staff gives you 10 EXP, the Mend Staff gives you maybe 15 or something, I would be a little more okay with it. Mm-hmm. That's just not how it works.
No, but also, that's the thing, staffs like Rescue and stuff like that, they give you a lot, but they're a lot rarer. And Barrier gives you a decent amount. Right. Will this boss move?
Yes, the boss moves.
Okay. The crossbows, they can one range, right?
Crossbows, yes, can attack at 1 range. Although that boss is pretty
I'm not trying
dangerous.
I'm not trying to fight the boss. I'm trying to get towards the what do you call it?
It's
the gargoyle.
Oh yeah, the other gargoyle. Okay. Bad enough.
Oh, shit. Ow. I didn't mean to bait him out. God dang it.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, shit, we got a crit.
And it did nothing.
Damn right it did nothing.
I am curious if we're going to have a repeat of that moment from the Black Dragon playthrough where you missed a 100% hit rate thing.
Oh, boy.
That was hilarious. Yeah. And this is a new class, obviously, the Lizard Man, also known as the Varanid.
Yeah, they were in Black Dragon as well.
They were in Black Dragon as well, but they're obviously not in vanilla.
Yeah.
And they were just a thing that I put in because I thought it was cool.
Indeed so. I'm just curious about this. Oh, hell no.
Sonic Samurai, it was a glitch where, like, somehow Lewis missed a 100% hit rate.
Don't ask me how, it just happened.
Yeah, I didn't actually see it happen, but, like, it did happen, and the chat blew up. I wish I had saved a clip of it.
If only.
Yeah.
So obviously, this guy's heavily armored, so I'm using magic.
Yeah. He also has a skill that will increase his defenses when he's fighting at melee range.
Yeah. So if you attack him from a distance, he'll be easier.
Yeah. He'll take more damage.
Yeah, cool detail. Very cool detail. Also, what's the route the enemy? Okay, good. Just route the enemy.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't know how much longer you plan on.
I'll probably get to like one enemy left and then stop. That way we can start the next stream straight away.
All right. That'd be nice.
Oh, and now it's got 10 speed. Excellent. Again, the moment you get into the double digits, then it's all good.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on a second.
Darius is a very, very strong character. He doesn't get a horse, but you know he's pretty overpowered by Lord standards in a lot of ways.
Yeah, well, it depends on the Lord. Some of them are crazy, others not that much. How many route maps do you think a game should have? Depends on how the route maps are designed. Because again, it all comes down to how it's designed. Obviously, I think in the case of Awakening, where every map was a route map, that wasn't very good. But if the game is designed around it, then it's not a problem. Untendo, good to see you. What is this hack? This is a hack done by my friend Zane, the King Bahamut.
Yep. Called Darius the Conqueror.
Ow.
And if you are interested in playing this for yourself, look up my YouTube channel, Zane
Do you want to link
Bender,
it?
on YouTube. Yes, actually, I will.
Yeah, if you want to link it, please go right ahead. Right. Save that. I can survive if it misses. No idea. Again, Sarah, no idea in hell. I don't know how to judge Darius. I've only just started playing. And even then, we was just saying, yeah. Sorry. I was, Thingy was saying, he said, do you follow anyone on Twitch?
Do I follow anyone on Twitch?
Yeah, I was wondering.
I follow you, obviously. I follow Kinky
Hold on.
Nation, and a couple other people.
Oh yeah, you do. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Cool. No, we were just saying Zane made this hack. It's the second one he's made, and if you want to see a full playthrough, it's on that link in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, critical. Nice.
And you can, and if any of the videos that show off the hack have a download link in the description to a patch if you want to play this for yourself.
Hoorah. I got a talisman. Hooray. Hoorah and hooray. God, she really can't do much damage, but it's better than nothing.
I will also say that there are a couple things that I should probably mention. One is that Weapon Triangle gives a 20% hit and avoid boost.
As opposed to 10?
As opposed to 15
Okay.
from vanilla. And the other is that on bosses, any fatal blow will always trigger a critical hit animation if it connects.
Also, so Sonic Samurai is saying, are you cool with people doing their own streams of this game?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's out there, it's for free.
It's out there, it's for free. I can't make money off of it, so I have absolutely no problem with people playing it for themselves.
Ugh.
Oh, bless you.
Thank you. Wow, now he's just as fast as he is strong. Cool.
Oh, goddamn.
Right, so yeah, there's only one enemy left. We'll probably just crossbow him. Right, so I think that's going to call it, actually.
Still an enemy.
Yeah, I think we're going to call it here, actually. Let me just save state 1. Also, I can just hit suspend. Hit suspend. Hey, Anna. Right, okay, so thank you all so much for tuning into this first stream of Darius the Conqueror. I've really enjoyed myself. I look forward to seeing where it goes. Huge thank you to Zane for making this, for setting this whole thing up, and for co-hosting. It's been absolutely wonderful.
And thank you for playing it. You know, I'm very happy to always happy to show this off to anybody who's willing to check it out.
Cool. Right, so no stream tomorrow because new video goes live, so I hope you enjoy that. As for Thursday, it'll either be New Super Mario Brothers or it will be this game again. So it will be this again. So we shall see. Anyway, let's see who's streaming Fire Emblem. Sacred Stone. Oh, you know what? Someone's doing Sacred Stones. Why not? We just talked about Sacred Stones. All right. So until then, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And I will see you next time. Take care. Be sure to have an absolutely fantastic evening. And I'll see you all later. Goodbye, everybody. Once again, thank you so much, Zane.
Thank you.
No problem.
Good night, everyone.
Here we go.